Let's get AI to write an intro. Upbeat music fades in. Narrator. Welcome back to our channel. Dynamic visuals of colour artwork and futuristic technology. Narrator. In today's video, we delve into the captivating world where art meets artificial intelligence. Cut to the footage of artists and AI researchers working side by side. Narrator. From masterpieces created by algorithms to groundbreaking collaborations between artists and machines, we explore the limitless possibilities that AI brings to the art world. There's my intro. Over the last year, I've been following the rise of AI. I love experimental stuff. I love seeing new things and thinking, oh, I'm gonna give that a try. NFTs became a thing out of the blue, and I started thinking, oh, cool, because I wanted to make 3D animations based on some of the tattoos I was doing. I thought, oh, this could be a cool way to maybe make a bit of money from making small animations, stuff like that. And man, it was very confusing. Learning the 3D was fun, and I don't regret that, and I still use that now. But the whole NFT side of things, as far as I got was listing and selling a few. I don't regret it, it was quite cool. I actually met a few really cool people from it who bought the NFTs, and it was really nice that people appreciated my art enough to invest in a new venture I was taking within the hobbies I was pursuing. So yeah, it was fun, but yeah, crypto crashed. It just didn't seem worth it. Plus, I put too much time into the 3D work, and I think it was affecting the rest of my life, so I had to back off a bit anyway. Anyway, I digress. As I was doing the NFT stuff, I started seeing these people. I think it was Midjourney was first. It was a really early beta of Midjourney. It was really interesting. There was some really cool stuff coming out of it. I was like, wow, this is mad. And then just kicked off. Started hearing about Chat GTP, is it GTP? And all the endless things that started being created by AI. And you know, I'm not one to disagree with progress. I feel like if something's coming, it's coming. You either get on board or you get left in the dust. And so I wasn't gonna argue against it. And I thought, it is kind of scary. You know, not so much for tattoos, because I don't think there's any machines yet doing proper tattoos. Right? I've seen these videos of clips of machines doing these little pieces on forearms and stuff like that. But there isn't anything worrying that can take over this industry yet. But what was scary was, for the art side of things, I started seeing all this AI creating things that was really crazy. So when I am online looking for a bit of inspiration, I see a lot of artwork, and majority of the time I can tell if something's AI. When you're scrolling through artwork and to find new artists and stuff, it's not like you check their experience, right, as an artist. If you like the artwork, great, you follow them, it's all good. Until AI came about. Now, I'll see a post come up and it will be like 5 pictures, similar style, and I'll be like, wow. At first, I'll think, wow, this person's really putting out some artwork. It's serious volume in the amount of artwork they're putting out. Go onto their page, check the hashtags, and lo and behold, it's AI. It's not human. But it has the human aspect behind the prompts, but the actual technique put into the artwork isn't human. So now I'm finding myself going through Instagram wondering if something's AI or not, which is crazy. And usually you can tell from, you know, discrepancies in the details, or, you know, famously the hands with 16 fingers and the little finger will be growing out here and their thumb will be on their ear or something like that, I don't know. Or for me, what I noticed a lot with more lined illustrations is there will be no structure to the lines. Like there's cross-hatching's just not a thing. It just seems to just put lines wherever it needs to put lines to make a shade, which isn't a bad thing. I know a lot of artists are like that anyway, but usually you can tell by them things, which is crazy, man. Now I'm having to check if it's AI or human. So yeah, that was mad. And then I didn't really care. I thought some of it was pretty cool. You know, I've even dabbled myself. I did actually sign up for Midjourney when it first came out, but I didn't want to start a membership for something, or a subscription for something I didn't know if I was going to use that often, so I never actually subscribed. I just started like looking into it, seeing where Midjourney was going. Yeah, I was interested. Always thinking up ways, how can this benefit me? How can this help my artwork? And there is ways. There's definitely ways, and I've used it already if I'm having a creative block. Not so much for tattoos, but for the illustrations. I've used just the apps. There's a couple of apps. I've got 3-day free trials. I give them a try, come up with some ideas, and then boom, I've got an idea. It's pretty cool. And then I'll use that as my reference and work from that, sketch up something new. But then I remember a few months back, I was scrolling through, or a few weeks, I don't know, it wasn't that long ago. I was scrolling through and I saw this artwork. I was like, wow, this stuff's so cool. It was like colourful landscapes, vistas with ruins and planets in the background. Really kind of neo-fantasy meets retro stuff. And I thought it was great. And I went on the page. I really thought it was an artist, and I saw that they were pumping out like 5 a day. And I was like, oh, this is AI. It's the first time I've been tricked by AI. And that was when it started to scare me. After that, I thought, oh, I'm gonna choose to be an optimist about this. The art that I do and the industry that I'm in and the work that I do that brings home the bacon won't be affected by this yet. So whatever, it's just another bit of inspiration. And I carried on and I went with that in my head. I thought, oh, that's cool. You know what? It's annoying that I could put so much time into illustration, months, and then someone can come along and knock out 4 or 5 in one go. But it's there, and this is what's happening, so get on with it. And also, I enjoy the process of making it. I don't want to just reap the benefits of what I get once I post this artwork. I enjoy putting it together. For me, it's quite therapeutic. In the evening, somehow I'll go home and I'll be drawing for a few hours. I put on a podcast, listen to some music, and I just get in there and get all the lines. And I actually enjoy it. It's fun. It's mine at the end as well, and it feels very rewarding. So, you know, it doesn't bother me to do that. I'm not going to start using AI to do my artwork, because I feel there's a whole sense of like, you're pumping out pieces for the attention only, and they look cool, but you're just putting out so much of the same thing. I don't know. It's a hard one. But for the art world as a whole, not just people in the tattooing industry, the art world as a whole, will it make human-made art more desirable? Yes and no. Digital artists, I think, will have to prove a lot more. It will get to the point where they're having to prove that their art is human-made. I mean, the most I feel sorry for is concept artists, because majority of the AI that I've seen looks like concept art, like game concept artists, stuff like that. That's what it looks like to me. So I feel bad for them the most, but then again, they're still gonna enjoy making the art. The AI that's coming out doesn't make their art less original. If game manufacturers or music and bands and stuff want that human touch to it, want the input of someone else's mind, they're gonna have to go to a human, because otherwise it is just full of prompts and you will just have to keep sifting through until you get something that you want. But physical artists, oil painters, pen and pencil, charcoals, watercolors, whatever, I think they're gonna have a field day. I feel like eventually it's gonna get to a point where their stuff is more desirable because it's human made, which will be interesting. That sort of stuff will go through the roof. A little bit like how vinyls became massive in the industry, the music industry, once streaming services went massive. They went through the roof, and now there's a big cult following for vinyls. All these music shops that still exist have loads of vinyls, and they always look more busy than the CD, DVD, Blu-ray, and all that section. So until machines learn to work with oils or paintbrushes, pens and pencils, or tattoo machines, we're safe. Our physical artists. But then after that, we're all fucked. And I will actually get in the toilet. I'm not against it, I'm for it. I feel like it can work for us. I have to be for it because it's not going anywhere. So I forced myself to be for it. I feel like it can work for us, we can do something with it. I definitely am finding ways, and I'm not gonna stop finding ways. I have got some friends in the art world who are really fucking pissed off, and I get why as well, because at the moment there seems to be a lot about AI using other people's artworks, merging them together to make these things. So really, yeah, you should get permission, just like royalties in music. We were doing good with the band. Like, I saw a lot of that PRS shit, but they pay the artists when their music's played in, you know, public places and stuff like that. So it's not a bad thing. There should be rights. If your artwork's used in an AI augmented piece, then you should get rights, you know, especially if it starts getting sold for a fair amount of money. Hopefully there'll be a way in which, you know, somehow there's like artists allow their artwork to be used in these AI programs, and there's pools that the AI dips into to take the art and make their own things, and then you know whose artwork's being used for what, and you get some kind of rights for it, and I don't know, there'll be something in the future that will work out in our favor. Yeah, they're just my views at the moment. I'll probably make another one of these. God, probably in a week, something else will come out that's new. But yeah, in the art world, it's scary, but you've kind of got to roll with it, and you've got to try and make it work in your favor. So do that, and you won't be left in the dust. Mwah. Thanks again for watching my videos, and I love you all. Please support me by joining my Patreon, or buy me a coffee, or get on my website and buy some merch. Love you guys. Cheers.